What's the issue with the recording? Let me stop. Yes, now we are online. So good afternoon, all of you. This is Vipul Ladwa, once again with all of you. We are discussing with the unit 3, that is correlation and regression. And in our previous session, we were dealing with some of the examples related to the regression lines, is it? Now, if we talk about the content of the this particular third unit, then it includes correlation, regression. Now, in the correlation, we are supposed to cover three different methods. First is graphical method to identify the correlation between two different variables. Second is the mathematical methods. Now, in the part of mathematical methods, once again, वहाँ पे तीन methods थी. We are having three different methods. First is Carl Pearson's method. Second is Spearman's rank correlation method, and third is Kendall's rank correlation method. So we are already done with the Spearman's rank correlation method, Carl Pearson's coefficient method, and yet we are pending with the Kendall's rank correlation. So quickly, let me take you towards that particular Kendall's rank correlation. Just give me 1 minute, and here I am. Might be. Okay, we guys are done with this example, is it? No? This example, find the two lines of regression from the following data. We are having some of the data, one of the bivariate data, and in this particular data, age of husband and age of wife is given there. क्या ये हो चुका है कि बाकी है? Let me know quickly. अगर ये बाकी है तो पहले ये करेंगे, फिर कैंडल्स देखेंगे. बता दीजिए हुआ है कि बाकी है. जल्दी से. We're not having holiday. Are we done with this, or it's pending? Pranjul, Ekna?
Yes, sir.
Are we done with this particular example? Example 15. This is an example related to the regression lines. And in this example, we are supposed to estimate the age of husband if the age of wife is provided. And secondly, we are supposed to predict the age of wife.
No, sir, we haven't done that.
We had not done this, is it?
No, sir, we had not solved this.
Okay. Let me quickly go through it. Now, what is the data? As I said that we will be discussing Kendall's rank correlation, but after this particular question, okay? So let's quickly discuss this particular example, and then we will be moving on the next topic. Now, this is an example related to regression line. As we know that regression is one of the handy tools for the estimation, for prediction from the previous data. So here's the data we are having. This is a bivariate data. And what is the instruction? Find two regression lines from the following data. So first of all, we are supposed to find both the regression line from using this data. Here in the table, we are having information related to age of husband and age of wife. I'm labeling age of husband as a variable X, as a Y. That is not compulsory, is it? This is the notation. It is not compulsorily like that. Okay, we need to label first variable as X and second as a Y. If that particular labeling is provided in the examination, then we are good. Then we cannot change that labeling. But if the labeling is not provided, then we may give label in our way. It's quite possible. I'm labeling this as X, this is a Y. We are totally fine with that. Okay. So if the labeling is that, labeling is provided, so we're not gonna change that labeling. We'll be dealing with that only. Here the age of husband is X, age of wife is Y. Now, observe this. This is the first data. If the age of husband is 25, then respective age of wife is 18. And similarly, if the age of husband is 18 and for that age of wife is 14, which is totally illegal. It is okay. Now, what is this? What is this? You guys will be surprised because I had chosen this question from the previous year paper. But look at this. Observe this data. This is meaningless. age of husband is 0, then wife age is 21. What is this? What they want to say? But it's okay. I've chosen this particular question from the previous year paper. So let's stick with the data. So this is the data we are having, and we are supposed to find both the regression lines over variable x and y. So we are looking for regression line x on y as well as regression line y on x. Is it x on y and y on x? Now, who will help me to identify the form of regression line x on y? Regression line x on y की फॉर्मूला क्या होती है? चलिए कौन बताएगा मुझे जल्दी से? Yes, Mohammed. Regression line x on y will have the format.
Sir, x minus x bar
equals
is equal to bxy.
Yes, regression coefficient bxy, y
bxy
minus y bar. Is it? This is the format for the regression line x on y. And similarly, if we want to label the regression line y on x, then it will be y minus y bar equals to byx, x minus x bar. Is it?
X minus x bar.
Okay. So
Yes.
So finally, we are looking for both these equations, and for both these equations, we will be in need of some of the values. कौन सी वैल्यू चाहिए हमको? चलिए लिस्ट बना लेते हैं. The raw material which we will be in need: x bar, we will be in need of x bar, we will be in need of y bar. Observe here, we are in need of x bar, y bar चाहिए हमको in both the equation, and then we are in need of both the regression coefficient bxy and byx. Is it? So these are the raw material which we will be in need to list out to identify both the regression lines. So x bar y bar is quite easy to identify the averages for both the series. If you wish to identify x bar, then the formula will be sigma x divided by n. If you wish to identify the mean for the y series, that means y bar, that is actually the arithmetic mean for the y, then the formula will be summation of y divided by n. Now, for that, we need to identify the number of observations we are having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are having 10 observations. So the value of n is 10 over there. That's 10. 10 couples, the information of 10 couples are here. So n की value हो गई 10. And now we'll be looking for x bar and y bar. Now, you can identify x bar and y bar. You can identify both the regression coefficient. You can identify the coefficient of correlation using your Calc 1. Is it? I'd already make you guys learn about that. ये पहले बोल चुका हूँ आपको, आपके साथ ये डिस्कस हो चुका है. How to enter this particular data. We guys are comfortable to deal with our scientific Calc. We may enter all this data in the regression mode, and then we can easily identify the coefficient of correlation R, the standard deviation of X, the standard deviation of Y. Then after, we can easily identify it's both the averages X bar and Y bar. So it is very, very easy using a scientific Calc. But if the same question is there in the examination, then we need to give a table where all these required terms must be included. So वो कैसे करेंगे? So before going for the table, we need to decide our formulas, which will be the formula we'll be using for both the regression coefficient bxy and byx. For the bxy and for the byx, we are knowing that we are having two different formulas. So that will be our choice कि कौन सी formula use करनी है. Why we are having that flexibility? Because right now we are having observations related to x as well as y. If we are having actual observations with us, then we may stick with any of the formula. Is it the first one or in the second one? First one, पहली formula क्या थी? याद कीजिए आप. bxy. We are having two different formulas for the regression coefficient bxy. The first one was summation x minus x bar, y minus y bar divided by is summation of y minus y bar the square. If we wish, then we may deal with this formula, or अगर हम चाहे, then we may use the other formula also. क्या थी दूसरी formula? याद है किसी को? Sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divided by n, all divided by sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square divided by n. Is it? Okay, sorry, denominator is regression coefficient bxy, so denominator will contain the terms related to y. So sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square divided by n, is it? So choice will be ours कि कौन सी फॉर्मूला से करना है. चलिए आप बताइए. You will choose your formula. किससे करना है? किससे करेंगे? चलिए मोहम्मद आप बता दीजिए बेटा. मोहम्मद.
Sir, first.
First one, is it? If we wish to move with the
Yes.
first one, then now we will be deciding the columns in our table. So if we want to stick with the first formula, let me resolve the other stuff from the screen. Yes. So as Mohammed said that we will be dealing with the first formula. So now, if this is the formula for the bxy, then the byx will have the formula, because we are looking for both the regression lines, so we will be in need of both the regression coefficients. So the formula for the other regression coefficient, that is byx, will be x minus summation x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by summation to the x is that, so denominator will contain terms related to x, summation y minus y bar square, summation x minus x bar square. So we'll be in need of both this. इससे काम करेंगे. So now we'll be deciding our order. We are having x, y in the data. इसका total निकलेगा, that will be summation x. The total of this particular will be summation y. Using that summation x and summation y, we will be able to find x bar and y bar. So we are in need of the total of both the series, which is already with us. The first observation is 2518, like that. I'm just writing one of the observation, one or two observations only. I'm not writing all the 10 observations right now. Now, after getting x bar and y bar, after having the averages for both the series x bar and y bar, we'll be looking for x minus x bar as well as y minus y bar. So our next column will be x minus x bar. Now the value of x bar जो भी है, the value of x bar की value जो भी है, that will be using over here. X minus that. Suppose the value of x bar is 25, then I will be dealing with x minus 25. Similarly, second, I must have the column y minus y bar. We will be having the value of y bar even. Suppose the value of y bar is suppose is 20, then it will be y minus 20, like that. So I'm subtracting 20 from all that observation, and I will be preparing one other columns, is it? So both the columns will be x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Now observe, both these are the deviation taken from the actual mean. And I said earlier, as I said that particular line so many times, that we are never in need of the summation of deviation taken from the actual mean. अगर इसका total आप करेंगे, always zero ही होगा. अगर ये zero नहीं हो रहा, then it means that your x bar is wrong. And the total of this particular column must be zero. Total of this particular column must be zero. अगर ये zero नहीं हो रहा, then there is a problem in your x bar and y bar. So we are never interested in this particular totals. ये always zero ही होंगे. But we are interested in the square of them. X minus x bar the square. यहाँ पे जो भी value है, suppose it is 25 minus 20, suppose it is 4, then I'll be doing the square of that. 4, then 16. If it is 3, then 3, then 9. If it is minus 3, then we'll be doing the square. So that is one of the data, one of the raw material first, and the total of that will be labeled as summation x minus x bar the square. वो जो भी आएगा, we'll be using that in our formula here, over here. Is it over here? Similarly, we will be in need of y minus y bar the square. After having y minus y bar, we will looking for y minus y bar the whole square. So यहाँ पे जो भी values है, we'll be doing it square, and summation of that will be labeled as summation y minus y bar the whole square. Is it? Good. And after having both that summations, I'll be using this particular over here, that particular value over here. क्या देखिए, क्या सब कुछ है अभी हमारे पास? Are we done with the raw material? No, yet not. We are not yet done. Yet one of the things is which is missing. Yes, this is the numerator. Yet we are supposed to find summation x minus x bar and y minus y bar. You cannot add both this. You cannot multiply both this, as I said earlier, because this is the deviation taken from the actual mean, and deviation taken from the actual mean is always 0. So both that values will be always 0. If you're going to multiply both that, then numerator will be 0 in each and every case, and that formula will be meaningless, senseless, is it? So take care for the numerator. Observe numerator is same in both that formula, is it? In both that formula, numerator is ditto same. And what is that? That is a summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar. So first of all, I need to multiply both these columns. So that will be my last column over here, x minus x bar, y minus y bar. I'll be finding multiplication of both that values. यहाँ पे जो भी है, suppose here I'm having -2, here I'm having -1. That is just a random number I'm writing right now. Okay, so then 4 into -2 will be -8 over here, -3 over here, and the addition of this particular column will be labeled as, इसका जो total होगा, इसका जो addition होगा, that will be labeled as summation x minus x bar, y minus y bar, and that will be a numerator in both that formulas over here as well as over here. So this will be the raw material. So one must be sure before going for the solution of any of the question related to the regression lines, one must be sure about the order of that table. उस टेबल में ऑर्डर क्या रखेंगे ये आप श्योर होने चाहिए. Okay, this will be my order. Is it? Now, one more thing here, order of the columns are not important. Is it? Order of the columns are not important. My third column was x minus x bar, and my fourth column was y minus y bar. Now, after getting x minus x bar, you may go for this even. X minus x bar find करने के बाद अगर आपको आपका मन है कि सर I wish to go for its square first. मैं इसका स्क्वायर पहले करूंगा, फिर then after I will go for y minus y bar, and then I will take y minus y bar the square, and then this will be the last. So order of this column is not important. Okay, but each and every term, each and every column must be included in your table. That is important. Okay, so take care for that. Now after having all that values, all that statistics, we are just supposed to replace over here. वो सारे जो facts है, जो figures है, हम यहाँ पे replace करेंगे, and we will be finding both the regression coefficient. And when we are having both the regression coefficient, we can easily check, we can easily verify whether our regression coefficients are correct or not, whether our regression coefficients are perfect or not. How we can check that? कोई मुझे बताएगा कि कैसे डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि हमने जो regression coefficient फाइंड किए वो सही है या गलत है? कौन बताएगा मुझे? For that particular verification हम क्या करेंगे? How we can verify both the regression coefficients are valid or invalid? उसके लिए क्या यूज करेंगे? चलिए कौन बताएगा मुझे जल्दी से? Yes, who's that? Yes, Mohammed.
Sir, one must be greater than one and one must be less than one.
No, that's perfectly wrong. That's totally wrong. I can say perfectly wrong. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि one must be greater than one, other must be less than one. You need to add.
Sir, both must be positive.
Yeah. That's true. The sign of both the regression coefficient must be same. Either both must be positive or both must be negative, is it? और वो तो होगा ही होगा. देख क्यों होगा? देख मोहम्मद, why that will happen? Like, observe the numerator of both the formulas is same, is it? So that purely depend on this particular value. यहाँ पे जो total आ रहा है ना, that will be in the numerator, surely. So अगर यहाँ पे -2 है तो यहाँ पे भी -2 होगा numerator में, yes or no? And observe the denominator.
Yes, sir.
In the denominator, what we are doing, we are finding the summation of x minus x bar and y minus y bar the square, is it? तो इन दोनों कॉलम का जो टोटल होगा वो कभी नेगेटिव हो ही नहीं सकता, because it is not possible to have any negative number over there. Yes or no? So denominator always positive होगा. That plus or minus sign will depend on the numerator, and numerator is ditto same in both the formulas of regression coefficient. So both must be positive or both must be negative. It is not possible that one of them is positive and other is negative. अगर ऐसा आ रहा है तो गलत है. So yes, this is one of the way. और एक बात होनी चाहिए, क्या होनी चाहिए मोहम्मद? दोनों की साइन सेम है, ठीक है? If
Sir,
वो लेस देन ग्रेटर देन वाला ही बात है, पर बोल, फिर से बोल. If one of the regression coefficient is greater than 1, then other must be less than 1.
Yes.
If one of the regression coefficient is greater than 1, then other must be less than 1. That particular statement is I had started that statement with if. देखिए कंडीशन है मोहम्मद, अगर एक से बड़ा है देन दूसरा है वो एक से छोटा होगा, ठीक है? But it is totally okay if both the regression coefficients are less than 1, but it will be not considered if
it is
both
greater
the
than-
regression coefficient is greater than 1, that तो कुछ गलत है. अगर दोनों की वैल्यू, इन दोनों की वैल्यू bxy और byx दोनों की वैल्यू एक से बड़ी आ रही है, both that are greater than 1, तो गलती की है, ये पक्की बात है. Are we clear on that? So by
Yes,
that
sir.
particular way, we can easily verify whether both the regression coefficients are correct or not. If both the regression coefficients are correct, then we are done. After having both the regression coefficient and after having both that averages, arithmetic means, we can easily identify both the regression lines, regression line x on y, y on x. And once we are having both the regression lines, we may go for the prediction. If we wish to predict the age of husband, that will be need of regression line x on y, because age of husband is denoted by x. And if we wish to predict the age of y, depending on the age of husband, then will be need of regression line y on x. Now this is very, very critical, very, very important, as I said so many times before that. Now let me show the complete solution to all of you. वो सारी बातें जो टेबल वाली बातें वो छोड़ दीजिए, मैंने रुक जाइए बस दिखाई दूं, आगे वाले में था ही. I'm having that calculation even, yes, but here what observe the solution which I had done. मैंने किस तरीके से इसको सॉल्व किया है. I had changed this, I had changed the origin of this data. मैंने इस डेटा का origin change किया हुआ है. And after changing the origin, I'd use some of the other formulas. This will be the formula if I am changing the origin, which we had already discussed in the previous lecture. But it will not affect on the value of bxy and byx. Observe both the values are positive. One of them is greater than 1, another is less than 1. So it is perfectly okay. Now, once we are having both the regression coefficient, we may go for regression line. Once regression line y on x will have this formula, and I will replace x bar, y bar, and byx. Okay, take care. ये भी एक ध्यान में रखना है आपको. रिप्लेस क्या करना है? You are supposed to replace x bar, y bar, and byx. Okay. After replacing all that three, and उसको मैं, if this is a regression of y on x, then we'll be labeling that as a y equals to function of x plus constant. Is it? So this is my regression line y on x. Similarly, I will have regression line x on y. This will be the format of, this will be my regression line y on x, sorry, x on y. Now once we are having both the regression lines, then जो क्रिटिकल वाला स्टेज है वो ये है. फिर से एक बार बोल दूं. Observe the second question. The age of wife when the age of husband is 30. We are supposed to find age of wife, and age of wife is nothing but the y. So I'm looking to predict y. What will be the y if x is 30? So this is what we are looking for. If the age of husband is 30, and what will the age of wife? So we are trying to trace the value of y if x is 30. So we will be in need of regression line y on x, because we are going to predict y. Okay. So this is just regression line x on y and regression line y on x. 8. Let me do this. Estimate the age of wife when age of husband is 30. That means I'll be using regression line y on x, and I will replace x and y respectively for both the questions. Is it? So are we clear with this particular? Hopefully आपको कोई डाउट नहीं होगा. यहाँ पे सिर्फ x और y चेंज हुए, बाकी के similar kind of question we had already done in the previous sessions as well as in the lab. Are we good with this question? Good. So let me move further. Yes. This is the, okay, why the number of discordant, that is okay, वो animation में गलती है ना. Let me take you towards the new topic. Let me take you a little back in the correlation. As we know that in the correlation, coefficient of correlation is denoted as R. To identify R, we are having two different types of methods: graphical method, as well as mathematical methods, or you can say statistical methods, mathematical methods. Mathematical method में तीन हमको cover करनी है. The first one was Carl Pearson's method, which we are already done with that. Second is Spearman's rank correlation method. Spearman's rank correlation method, ये भी हमको चुका है. And the third one is Kendall's rank correlation. Kendall's rank correlation, or you may say Kendall's tau. TAU tau. उसका notation कुछ ऐसा रहता है. This is the notation for the tau. So this is a special notation for the Kendall's rank correlation. Now, what is Kendall? We are done with this. We are done with this. We are done with the graphical method. In the graphical session, we had covered the scattered diagram method. Is it? So we are finding with the Kendall's rank correlation. Good. आज किसी ने याद करा दे, चलिए वो कर लेते हैं हम. Kendall's rank correlation क्या है? How to find, how to deal with that particular, that will be our today's topic. So let me start my presentation with the Kendall's rank correlation. Now, what is Kendall's tau? It is also known as a Kendall's tau coefficient, or you may say it is Kendall's rank correlation coefficient. Now, it is purely based on the rank of data. It is purely based on the rank of data. Once again, we will be not dealing with the actual observation. We will be dealing with its rank. Okay. If you're gonna compare this particular with Carl Pearson's method, then I can say that Carl Pearson's method is a parametric method, and this is non-parametric method. Why? Why it is non-parametric method? Because we are not dealing with the actual observations. We are dealing with its rank. So first of all, we will be allocating some of the ranks to the provided data, and then we'll be dealing with that rank only. Okay, so take care for that. It is purely based on the rank. It is literally same as the Spearman's rank correlation method. If you can remember, if you can recall some of the things, then in the Spearman's rank correlation method, what was the formula for the Spearman's rank correlation method? The formula was 1 minus 6 sigma d square divided by n into n square minus 1. That was the formula for the Spearman's rank correlation, is it? And that particular n is nothing but the number of observations we are having. And d is a difference in ranking. Difference in ranking in both the series. So, in that Spearman rank correlation, we were dealing with the ranks only, as well as now in the Kendall's tau, in the Kendall's rank correlation, once again we will be dealing with the rank of the data. We will be not dealing with the actual observations. मानी कि मेरे पास दो आदमी के मैथ्स और साइंस के मार्क्स हैं, then I will be not interested in that particular marks. What is the mark Pranjul had secured? Pranjul को दोनों में कितने marks आए? I will be not interested in that particular marking, but I will be interested in his or her ranking. कि Pranjul का rank क्या है? Out of 60, where he stand? First, third, 10th, 15th, 16th. That is what we are looking for. That is what we will be dealing with. So this is purely based on the rank data. Kendall's rank correlation is alternative to Spearman's rank correlation, Spearman's correlation, when your sample size is small and has many tied ranks. If you can remember some of the things that in Spearman's formula, if we were facing an issue related to the tied ranks, then that formula was becoming tedious. We need to subtract some of the terms related to the tied rank. Is it? That was 1 by 12 m cube minus m, 1 by 12 m cube minus m. We were subtracting that particular term as many times as we are facing the tied rank issue. Is it? So we are having one of the alternative for such situation, that is Kendall's rank correlation. So it is useful for the small sample size, and even it is very, very useful for the tide ranks. So it is a good alternative for the spearman's rank correlation. Okay, but one more thing I would like to add over here. It is a little bit out of the track, but let me share with you guys. In the candle star, actually there are three different formulas: formula A, formula B, and formula C. It is labeled as tau A, tau B, and tau C. Now, tau A is applicable for the data where we are not facing any tide rank. Tau B will be applicable if we are having some of the tide rank issues. And C, if the data is large as well as we are facing some of the tide rank issue, then that formula for the tau C is applicable. But in our syllabus, so actually the scenario is that if you guys gonna Google this particular word, Kendall's tau correlation or the Kendall's rank correlation coefficient, then might be it's possible that you will be having 2-3 different formulas in front of you, and in our syllabus, in our PPT, in this particular presentation, you will be dealing with just a single, because in our syllabus we had just included the first formula, that is tau A. Okay, so this is just the information for you guys. हम जो बात करेंगे वो tau A formula की होगी, which is included in our syllabus. So let me take you towards that. What is the formula for the Kendall's rank correlation? Let me take you further. I need to add 2-3 more things in this particular. So Kendall's rank correlation is used to test the similarity and the ordering of data when it is ranked by quantities. Yes, that is what we're gonna do in the example. One more thing I would like to add over here, that Kendall's correlation coefficient use pairs of observation and determine the strength of association based on the pattern. It is not pattern, okay? Take care, this is pattern. Pattern means is a kind of gupshup, I can say. On concordance and discordance between the pairs. Now this is something new, one of the new word in front of you. Concordance and discordance. What we mean by concordance, what we mean by discordance. Can any of you will elaborate what we mean by concordance? किसको पता है? Concordance का मतलब क्या होता है, पता है किसी को? Hello. Yes, Meghna, are you there? Meghna, are you there? Am I audible to you, Meghna?
Yes,
Girish?
sir.
Yes.
When some samples are densely populated in a particular area, then it is called concordance, and if they are dispersed, then this is called discordance, I guess.
Dispersed in which sense? Yes, Tushar.
Means like if the samples are scattered in, we don't have any exact combination of the samples, like एक जगह पे नहीं है, वो disperse है काफी ज्यादा, concordance हो गया कि density बहुत एक जगह पे high हुआ हुआ है.
You want
Maybe
to say
उसका
that
difference is
it's scattered, is it? You're having scattered observation. Okay.
density proportional है, काफी density पे depend करता है.
Okay.
Of the samples.
You had identified one of the synonym for that particular word, discordance and concordance. But here, in this particular concept, concordance and discordance, I'm going to define in some of the different manners. So let's wait. I'm going to elaborate what we mean by concordance and discordance pairs. So we will be dealing with the concordance and discordant pairs. Now, first of all, let me give you the formula for the Kendall's tau, I can say Kendall's rank correlation. Now, as I said that, as we all know that for the Spearman rank correlation, the formula is R equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square divided by n into n square minus 1. If we are not facing any tide rank issue, then the formula will be this. This is a formula for the Spearman. If we wish to deal with one of the parametric method, then Carl Pearson's formulas is that. Carl Pearson's formula. What is the Carl Pearson's actual formula? That is R equals to covariance of xy divide by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. This is the actual formula for the Carl Pearson. और इसी को सिंप्लीफाई करके हमने दो अलग formulas बनाए थे, ठीक है? So here the Carl Pearson is one of the parametric method. This is non-parametric method. Why it is non-parametric method? We are dealing with the ranking. We are not dealing with the actual observation. Once again, here, this is one of the non-parametric method, that is Kendall's tau method. And the formula for the Kendall's tau, it will be, let me show you, yes, Kendall's tau will be C minus D divided by C plus D. This is the simplest formula. C minus D divided by C plus D. Quite simple, quite easy, very, very easy to remember. This is the only formula, C minus D, C plus D. Now, what we mean by C and what we mean by D? C is number of concordant pairs, D, the number of discordant pairs. Now, then, here come both the words, concordant and discordant pairs. What we mean by concordant pair, what we mean by discordant pair. Let me elaborate that particular, what we mean by concordant and what we mean by discordant. But on the screen right now on the screen, we are having all three formulas over there. All three formulas are for the correlation. One more thing I would like to add over here in this particular slide. If some of you are frequently taking help from some of the reference book, or you are surfing some of the good websites, then might be you guys will face notation issues. So in each and every time you are labeling R, labeling correlation, coefficient of correlation as R. But the actual notation for the coefficient of correlation is if we are dealing with the Carl Pearson's formula, then it will be labeled as R. If we are dealing with the Spearman's formula, then in some of the standard reference book, in many of the standard reference book, that notation will be rho. This will be the rotation for, this is the actual notation for the Spearman's rank correlation. And for the Kendall's tau, the notation will be like this. This is a tau. Can you identify tau? Observe here. Tau. वो C के ऊपर एक vertical line, is it? So tau is C minus D, C plus D. So I'm giving you just 10 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds. I wish all of you will denote this three formula over your lab book quickly. This is, both these are non-parametric methods. Both these are non-parametric methods, non-parametric. And this is parametric method, because here we are dealing with the actual observation. And kindly observe the notation. This is R, this is rho, and this is tau. But one more thing, all these three notations are the coefficient of correlation only. ये तीनों coefficient of correlation ही denote करते. So I'm just giving you 30 seconds quickly. Denote this particular at some of the proper place over your either on your lab book or you're in any of the classwork. Please, I'm giving you 30 seconds. The time starts now. Good. So hopefully you guys had denoted these three formulas now. Let me make you guys clear with both these concepts. What we mean by how we will be identifying concordant pairs and discordant pairs. तो वो क्या है? चलिए जल्दी से जाते हैं उसके लिए. Yes. What we mean by concordant pairs? You will find silly, but let me continue. The number of observed rank below a particular rank which are larger than that particular rank. Once again, the number of observed rank below a particular rank which are larger than that particular rank. I think I'm damn sure this is meaningless for you. It is senseless. You guys will feel that, oh, what is this rubbish, senseless, meaningless. But wait. For that, I need the example. Okay, this is perfectly fine, perfectly okay, perfectly fine. Your definition ठीक है, but none of this is not the first thing. This is not the definition. Okay, this is just for your understanding how we will find concordant pairs. Okay, so for that we will be looking for number of observed rank below that particular rank which are larger than the particular rank, and discordant pair will be ditto opposite to this. Discordant pairs, the number of observed rank below a particular rank which are smaller in the value than that particular rank. यहाँ पे है which is larger, which are smaller. So कैसे करेंगे हम? I'm damn sure कि ये definition, ये wording will not help you, but this is the actual way I can define both that concordance and discordant pair. But to understand both that, we need to deal with one of the examples. So without wasting any of the time, let me take you towards the first example related to the candle stove. पर उससे पहले जल्दी से एक बार याद कर ले, the candle stove. Yes, the candle stove is denoted by tau, and the formula is C minus D divided by C plus D. This is the simplest formula we are supposed to deal with. और उसमें जो C होता है, that is number of concordant pairs, D means number of discordant pairs. अब कैसे करेंगे? चलिए जल्दी से. The next one. Oh, yes, here we are. Observe the example. अब ये example ऐसा है जो मैंने solve करके नहीं रखा है. I will be solving this particular example lively with all of you. So two interviewers ranked 12 candidates, A12 for a position. There might be one of the vacancy in one of the institute and one of the company or institute, forget about that. And 12 candidates were there to face the interview. And the candidate's name, we had labeled the candidate from A, B, C, D up 12. So A, B, C, D, these are the candidates, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K up 12. So these are the labeling for the candidates, just the code word. And the result from the most preferred to least preferred are. And both that interviewers had published the results like this, from most preferred to least preferred. मानी कि interviewer 1 की sequence क्या देखिए. Observe the sequence which interviewer 1 has provided, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. It's in the pattern right now. What does it mean? Interviewer 1, first judge is saying that A is the most suitable person for the position and L is the least suitable person for the position. So this is the sequence. अगर A join कर रहा है, then it's good. अगर A नहीं prefer कर रहा है job, then we will offer that position to B. Then after C, then after D, E, F, G. This is what the sequence, which is from most preferred to least preferred. Okay, and same second interviewer, that means second judge, उसने जो वो sequence दी हुई है, that sequence is like that: A, B, D, C, F, E, H, G, J, I, L, K. Now one can clearly observe that both the sequences different. Both the sequences are different. Is it? Now, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to identify the candle-stove correlation for both the series. Actually, between both that interviewers. Yeah. At what level both that interviewers are having a relationship, a correlation in their mindset. So, as per the formula, the candle stove, let me mention over here, candle stove, or in other words, the candle's rank correlation is labeled as a tau, और उसकी formula बहुत ही simple है, that is C minus D divided by C plus D, is it? This is the formula. Now, what we are supposed to do? देखिए पूरी इंस्ट्रक्शन में कहीं पे भी numbers नहीं दिए हुए. We're not having any digits over here. So how to identify C and D? What is C? So both the C, this C and this C are different. Okay, so take care. This C is a labeling of one of the participants, one of the candidate, and this C denotes the number of concordant pairs. This D denotes number of discordant pairs in a formula. So this is totally different. यहाँ पे ये C और D का कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है हमारी formula से. Are we clear on this? Good. Okay. Now, what will we be doing? As we will be following the sequence. The sequence is for most preferred to least preferred. That means interviewer 1 says that candidate A is the first choice. Candidate B is the second. Observe here the sequence is as per alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So it should be candidate A candidate is the first choice of the company. B will be second, C will be third, this will be fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Is it? Are we good with this? क्या समझ में आया मैंने किस तरीके से ये फर्स्ट कॉलम को लेबल किया? जल्दी से ड्रॉप योर मैसेज ऑन द चैट बॉक्स राइट नाउ. Drop your message on the chat box. Are we clear on this? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, who will help me to prepare the second column? अब second column क्या है देखिए एक बार. How we will give the labeling over here? Interviewer 2, second judge जो है उसने जो sequence दी हुई है, it is once again from the most preferred to least preferred. Now, how we will deal with that? उसको लेके यहाँ पे कैसे नंबरिंग में दूं? चलिए बताइए. Interviewer 2 says that once again candidate A is the first choice for the company, so I will gonna allot 1 in front of A. B is his second choice. Now D is his third choice. So I'm supposed to label 3 in front of D in the column of second interviewer. Are we good? Are we clear on this? Good.
Yes, sir.
चलिए fourth rank किसको मिला है? Who will have the fourth rank?
Sir, C.
Yes. So in front of C, I will label fourth rank. अब उसके बाद A B C हो चुका है. चलिए A B C D यहाँ तक हो चुका है. अब क्या आया? F. So F will have the fifth rank. Here is F. So this I have to label 5 in front of F. उसके बाद आ रहा है E. So F E खत्म हो गया. Then after H 6 तक जा चुके हम. So H will have the labeling 7. This will be 7. H. Then after G will have 8th rank. Then after J. H G तक हो चुका है. Then we'll move for the J. J will have the 9th rank. So this will be the 9th. I will be the 10th. L will be the 11th, and K will be the 12th choice of the interviewer 2. So are we good up to first and second column? Drop a message on the chat box right now. क्या ये first 2 column जो मैंने prepare की, observe ये 2 column नहीं दी हुई थी. We were not having any of the ranking. We were not having any of the ranking in the question. This table we are supposed to prepare in the examination. If the examination is offline, ट्रेडिशनल वे से एग्जाम जा रही है, तो ये वाला क्वेश्चन इस तरीके का एक क्वेश्चन होगा ही होगा, पक्की बात. इट गोस कैंडल्स रैंक कोरिलेशन, कैंडल्स स्टार इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट इज द ओनली रीजन कि मैंने उसको लास्ट में रखा था. इज इट? सो आर वी क्लियर ऑन दिस? ड्रॉप अ मैसेज ऑन द चैट बॉक्स राइट नाउ. काफी सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं हाँ 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 12 लोग बोल रहे हैं. उसको समझ में आ रहा है. बाकी के लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? लेट मी पिक अ पर्सन रैंडमली. देवांश अग्रवाल, आर यू देयर? Devansh, unmute yourself. Devansh, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you clear on this particular?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear? Sure?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, here, once we are having a ranking for 2 different judges, two different interviewers. Then, first of all, before going for the concordance pair and discordant pairs, we need to arrange them. We need to rearrange them. अब rearrange किस तरीके से करेंगे? In the view of first variable. फर्स्ट जज जो है, फर्स्ट जो इंटरव्यूअर है, उसने जो रैंकिंग दी है ना, और सेकंड जो जज ने रैंकिंग दी है, we guys gonna compare both that. We guys are going to compare both that. So before comparing, one of them must be in the order, either in the ascending order or in the descending order. But here, luckily, the first column in the ascending order, so we'll be not rearranging this data. इसको हम rearrange नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि ये already है, ये ascending order में है. पर अगर first row, first जो column है वो ascending order में नहीं होती, then हम उसको rearrange करते. कैसे करेंगे वो second दूसरे तीसरे example में दिखाऊंगा. But here, first column is in the ascending order, so we are not in need to rearrange this data, this ranking. Now, once all this ranking for the first interviewer is in the ascending order, now we are good. We will be in position to identify the concordance and discordance pairs from this particular column. Now take care. Now be with me. This is very, very crucial part from the method. अगर ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, तो you will not able to solve the question in the examination. Now, to decide concordance pairs, concordant, I need to see यहाँ से हटाना चाहिए. Yes, concordant pairs. Now, what I will be doing?
Both the samples should be same.
Both the samples should be same. No. Be with me, Tushar. To identify concordant pair and discordant pair, I'll be just dealing with this data only. Let me highlight that particular, जिसके साथ मैं बात करने वाला हूँ, उसी को highlight कर दूँ. I'll be just dealing with this row only, this column only. इसी को देख के दोनों decide होगा whether how many number of concordance pairs are there and how many number of discordant pairs are there. So stick with me, यहीं पे रहना. इसी एक की जरूरत पड़ेगी. I am not in need of any of this data. इस डेटा की कोई जरूरत नहीं अभी. To decide concordant and discordant pair, इसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है. Take care, okay? We will be not looking towards this particular block. We'll be just focusing on this. Now, to decide concordance pair for the first candidate A, इसके लिए concordance pair देखनी है, then I will be looking downwards. Take care, always will be looking downwards. To decide concordance, discordant pairs, we will be always looking downwards. Now, I need to identify a number of observations which are greater than 1 and less than 1. The number of observations, number of rank which are greater than this particular rank will be considered as a concordant pairs, and the number of rank which are less than this particular rank will be considered as a discordant pairs. So this is very, very easy, but we need to take care. We will be moving downwards only. अगर मैं ये 3 की बात कर रहा हूँ तो मैं 3 से नीचे ही देखूंगा. I will be not looking upwards. Okay. So for the first, now अगर फिर भी doubt है, please be with me. Let me identify the concordance and discordant pairs for 2 of them. Then I'll give you the space to throw your queries towards me. So for the first one, the rank is 1. I need to look downwards and I need to identify how many of the rank, all these are the ranks, is it? We know that all these are the ranks. I need to identify how many of that following ranks are greater than 1. एक से बड़े रैंक नीचे कितने देखिए. 2 is greater than 2, 4, 3, 6, 5, 8, 7, 10, 9, 12, 11. All of them are greater than 1, obviously. So I need to count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm having 11 pairs which is concordant to 1, which is concordant to 1. And to identify discordant pair, I need to identify once, I need to move downwards once again, and I need to identify how many of them are less than 1. अब 1 is the smallest, so इससे कम कोई नहीं है. देखिए 2 is greater than 4, 3, ये सारी value 1 से बड़ी है. So I'm not having a single pair which is discordant to 1, so I'll label 0 over there. So for first candidate A, I'm having 11 concordant pairs and 0 discordant pair. Now similarly, if I want to identify the same for the second one, then what I will be doing for this particular 2, let me pick my pen, yes, 2. I'll be moving downwards only. I'll not consider this particular one. ये one नहीं देखूंगा मैं, नीचे ही देखना है, ऊपर नहीं जाना है. You need to identify how many of the following are greater than 2. That's all. The simplest logic is that you need to move downwards and you need to identify how many of them in the following column are greater than 2 and less than 2. देखिए 2 से बड़े कितने? एक, ये भी बड़ा, ये भी बड़ा, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 entries are there which are greater than 2, so I will mention 10 over there. And for the discordant pair, I need to identify once again in the downwards pattern, and I will be looking if any of them is less than 2. 2 से कम क्या कोई है? नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है, सारे जो है 2 से बड़े हैं. So once again, the discordant pair is 0 for 2. Now, moving with the same fashion, moving with the similar fashion, the concordant pairs for the 4. The concordant pairs for the 4. देखना है कि नीचे कितनी values है जो कि 4 से बड़ी है. How many of them are greater than 4?
8.
Who's that? Who's that? Who was that?
8, sir.
Who was that? I'm talking with Tushar. Yes, Tushar. चलिए 4 से बड़ी, क्या 3 है 4 से बड़ी है? नहीं है. 6 is greater than 4. 2, 3,
Sir, 8 or 1
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, you're absolutely correct. For the candidate C, I'm having 8 concordance pair, and how many of them are less than 4? एक ही value है जो 4 से कम है, 4 से छोटी है, that is 3. So it will be 1. Discordant pair will be 1. So hopefully you guys are good with this. Yes or no? आ रही है बात, समझ में आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही? बताओ, प्लीज बताओ. This is very very critical, huh? This is very very critical. It's not अगर आप मेरे सामने क्लास में हैं तो ये बहुत ही आसान होगा, पर when I'm not in front of you, then these things are not that much easy. Okay, good. So let's try to identify for the 3. चलिए, let me pick one of the random person from the audience. Bharti, unmute yourself. Bharti. Identify the concordant pairs for 3. You need to move downwards from 3, and you need to identify how many of them are greater than 3.
Sir, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 of the below is greater than 3. Good. And how many of them are less than 3?
0.
0. Perfect. So for 3, the concordant and discordant pairs are 8 and 0. Good. Bharti, be with me. Can you help me for 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Look, I cannot consider 5 because 5 is less than 6. So कितने आएंगे? 6 observations ऐसे जो 6 से बड़े हैं, and one of them is less than 6. So I will be mentioning 1 over there. So are we good?
Yes, sir.
चलिए. Darshan Maniyar, unmute yourself. Darshan, will you help me for the 5? For this particular observation, 5. Darshan Maniyar, are you there attending the session?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Darshan is here. So give me the value for the discordant
Hello,
and
hello.
concordant pairs. Yes, you are audible, Darshan. Give us the value for the concordance and discordant pair for the 5. Darshan, are we audible to you? Okay, network issue is there. Mohammed, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
4 5. I need the concordant
So
pairs. Number of concordant pairs.
6, 6,
6. Number of discordant pairs.
0,
0. Okay. For 8.
4,
Yes, perfect. 4 only. And discordant pairs will
1,
be 1.
1,
That's 7. Yes. Okay. 7. 7 के लिए बता दो.
sir, 4,
4. Discordant will be 0. For the
0,
10. 1 and
2,
2. Discordant will be 1.
1,
For the 9. Concordant pairs. 2.
2,
Discordant 0. For
0,
12. Concordant 0. Discordant 1.
0, 1, 1.
Discordant 1. Is it now? We are having one of the value which is less than 12. If we look downwards, is it good? So we will be doing this task up to second last column only, because for the last entry, this 11, that concordance and discordant pairs will be meaningless. The concept of concordance and discordant pair will be meaningless because we are not having any entries below that 11, is it? So we'll restrict our calculation up to this. यहीं तक ही identify करना है. Always last जो value है वो बाकी रहेगी यहाँ पे. Now what we are supposed to do now onwards, the number of concordant pairs, we are interested in the number of concordant pairs for this data and the number of discordant pairs for the same data. So the number of concordant pairs will be labeled as a capital C and number of discordant pairs will be labeled as a capital D. Now what will be capital C? Capital C is nothing but the addition of all this. The addition of all this. चलिए बताइए, what will be the addition of all this? जल्दी से. 10, 11, 21, 29, 37, 43, 49, 53, 57, 59 and 61. So C will have the value 61. The addition of all this will give us the capital D. Capital D is number of discordant pairs, and the addition of that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So are we clear with this? Are we good with this, all of you? Drop a message on the chat box right now. How many of you are clear with this? How many of you are clear with this? Drop a message on the chat box right now. I'm having 47 students in front of me and I need all 47 reply in the chat box. अगर जहां तक 47 replies नहीं आते, I will not gonna move forward. I need reply from each and every one. Do you? Okay. Are we clear on this? या तो फिर repeat करूं एक बार या फिर समझ में आ रहा है? Let me know quickly. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Okay, Rishabh. Yes, 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 yes. ठीक है, चलो काफी सारे लोग समझ गए. So I will not wait for each and everyone. Good. So once we are having C and D, we are done with the formula. क्योंकि जो C की value है, we are just supposed to replace C and D over here. C is having value 61 and D is having value 5. So 61 minus 5 divided by 61 plus 5. So 61 minus 5, that will be 55. Sorry, 56 divided by 66. तो इसकी जो भी value आ रही है 56 divided by 66, it will be क्या आ रहा है? चलिए देखिए कोई एक क्या आएगा?
8484.
84848484 मानी कि 85 0.85. So the Kendall's rank correlation will be 0.85 for this particular data, this particular situation. Is it? So it is very, very easy to deal with a kind of question if the question is there in your final examination. तो बहुत ही आसान रहेगा. But what we need to take care? We need to take care for the concordance pairs, discordant pairs. यहाँ पे गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. Before going for the concordant and discordant pairs, your ranking must be in the ascending order for the first variable, for one of the variable. For one of the variable, your ranking must be in the ascending or descending order. अगर ये ranking ascending order में नहीं होता, देखिए यहाँ पे 1, 2, 3 up to 12. If this is not in the ascending manner, then we need to rearrange them because we need one of them in the ascending order, and then we can go for the Kendall's tau. Okay. So hopefully समझ में आ रहा है?
Sir,
Yes, please. Now
sir,
this is a window. This is a window for 2-3 minutes. You may ask any of your query right now. Yes,
sir,
yes, Mohammed.
ascending और descending भी चलेगा या सिर्फ
Yes,
ascending होना
yes,
चाहिए?
yes. You may deal with the ascending order or you may deal with the descending order. It will not give any of the deferment in the final answer. But you need to stick with the similar pattern in both the data. It will be not valid. It will be not acceptable if you are dealing with the ascending order in the for the first data and the descending order for the second. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. If you are dealing with the ascending order, then both the data ascending and otherwise both the data must be ranked in the descending manner. Okay. So कोई भी हो
Sir,
ascending करे या descending करे आंसर में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. अगर कोई डाउट है उसमें ascending descending करने से सर कोई भी जरा सा भी आंसर नहीं मिलेगा then जो सेकंड क्वेश्चन हम ले रहे हैं उसमें हम दोनों करेंगे ascending descending दोनों से देखेंगे कि आंसर सही आ रहा है कि गलत आ रहा है. ठीक है. यस मोहम्मद.
सर किसी ने एक और डाउट लिखा चैट बॉक्स में.
Let me show. Prema is there. Sir, can you explain why did you take an interiors 2's value instead of interiors 1's value? Yes, Prema, for your answer, we are not, it is a kind of data. We are not worried about the order. You may change both that columns. You may interchange both that columns. But what I'm worried about, what I'm focused with, that one of the ranking, one of the column must be in the ascending or descending order. It will be totally okay. It will be totally fine if you are using interiors 2's data over here, interiors 1's data over here. It will not make any change in the answer. Yeah. It will differ some of the digits, some of the numbers over here, but if you are dealing with interior 2 first and interiors 1 second, then we are good with that. We are good with that. We can do that. Am I clear, Pema? Am I clear? Or is there any doubt yet? There is any doubt in your mind? Then let me know. Okay, Pema. It will be good if you can unmute yourself. Are you in position to unmute yourself? Are you in position to unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself and talk to me? It will be good. Pema, am I audible to you? Can you unmute yourself? Yes or no? Might be you can't. Okay, let me explain this once again. Your concern is, so why we had used interiors 2's value instead of interiors 1's value. It is not the case here. We may change this order. If I wish, if you wish, then you may deal with the interior 1's data over here. You may interchange both that columns, but if you are interchanging both these columns, then you need to rearrange this column in the ascending or descending order before going for the concordance and discordant pairs. Okay, so it is not any specific rule that the interior 1's data must be in the first column and interior second data must be in the second column, because if you observe the question, then the order is meaningless over here. Whether first I'm looking for the result of first interior or second interior, it is meaningless, is it not? So I may say this is interior 1, then this is interior 2. It's totally okay. Is it? So we may change both that. But if we are changing both that columns, if we are interchanging both that columns, then before deciding concordance and discordant pairs, we need to arrange one of the column in the ascending or descending order. That's it. To solve that particular query of yours, what I will be doing here, we are dealing with ABCD, then it will be not that much convenient. But let me give you one more example where we will be dealing with exact numbers. Okay. So may I move to the second example, Pema? And your query will be surely stored over there. Should we discuss the second one where I can easily solve this particular query with some of the numbers? Okay, good. Observe this. The second example. Observe the question. Calculate the candle star correlation for the following data. Okay, this is the only question, the part of question. This is a part of solution. Ye solution ka part hai. This is a part of solution. Okay, I just prepare the table so it will be easy for all of us. Now, what is the information we are having? Suppose I have not labeled that particular. Suppose A, B, C, D are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different students are there, and X and Y are the subjects, and these are the marks for the unit test. Suppose I had conducted 2 exams. Let me label as mid 1 and mid 2. This is mid 1, and this is mid 2 marks, and both the mids were having maximum 10 marks. Okay, and these are the 6 different students from our class, and these are the marks they have secured. Person A has secured the 2 marks in first midsem exam, 7 marks, 4 marks in the second midsem exam. Similarly, candidate E had secured 8 and 10 marks in first and second midsem exam respectively. So are we clear? Are we good with the data? Are we good with the data? Data sabhi ko samajh mein aa raha hai? And what we are supposed to find? We are supposed to find the candles correlation between X and Y. So we are looking for the correlation between mid 1 and mid 2 marks for the 6 candidates. Are we good? Question समझ में आ रहा है? Please बताइए. Are we good with the question? Yes or no? Drop a message on the chat box, please. मोहम्मद को ही समझ में आ रहा है, बाकी के लोग क्या सो रहे?
अरे नहीं सर आ रहा।
बताओ तो बताओ भाई बताओ. Good. So देखिए यहाँ पे the first confusion. What do you think? This is a ranking? क्या आपको लगता है कि ये ranking है? Do you think I had provided you the ranking in the data? My question is that in the data, have I provided the ranking? Yes or no? The answer must be yes or no. जो question में ranking नहीं है ना? I just say these are the marks. To understand, we are supposed to collect the data. It is unsaid words over there. Okay, so this is not the ranking. These are not the rankings. First of all, we need to provide the ranking for both that mid 1 and mid 2 marks. So what we'll be doing, I just labeled the in the first column, I just provided the name of all that candidates. Suppose I'm having a marks of 6 different students. So in the first column, I'm giving a name of that 6 students, A, B, C, D, E, F. We are dealing with them. And these are the marks. For the first candidate, the marks of first and second midsem is 2, 4. So this is, यहाँ पे वो था वो horizontal, vertically tha. I'm representing horizontally over there. Okay, so take care. 2, 4, 7, 5 is here. For the candidate C, 1 and 6 over there. Okay, that way I had prepared this particular table. Now, may I go for the concordant pairs and discordant pairs? No, forget about that. I can't do that. We cannot do that. Let me get. So I'll be adding some of the columns over there, but that columns will be decided by you. So let me just take this table over here and let me make it, because I will be in need of so many rows over there. काफी सारी rows होगी जो हम ऐड करेंगे, ठीक है? चलिए, my screen is visible hopefully, is it now? Because I'm gonna use PPT lively, so अभी मैं slide show नहीं कर पाऊंगा because I will be adding some of the data over there. Okay, so be with me, please be with me. Now, good. Let me make it compact as possible as it is. Now, may we go for concordant pairs? No, because before going for to decide the number of concordance and discordant pairs, we must have the ranking. So what I am doing, I am adding one of the column over there. Let me add one of the column over there. क्या हुआ? Just give me 1 minute. Insert to the right. Good. And let me label this as a ranking X. So I'm labeling as RX. That will be the ranking for the X. Now, you guys will decide we need to move with the ascending order or descending order. चलिए आप बताइए. चल आप में से कोई. Mohammed. That question was from Mohammed. So Mohammed, unmute yourself and let me know whether we guys want to deal with the ascending. Okay, let's deal with the ascending order. Okay, so first, जिसका rank, जिसका number सबसे कम है, that will be 1. Is it? Yes or no? Right now, we are just dealing with the X column. इसी के साथ बात हो रही है, तो X में सबसे छोटा है उसको हम first बोल रहे हैं, so this will be first. Then after 2 will be the second rank. 2 से बड़ा क्या है बेटा? देखिए. 2 is 5, so this will have third rank. 5 से बड़ा 7, this will have fourth rank. 8 fifth, and this will be 6th. Are we good with this? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
All of us. Now, I just use the RX. Observe my notation. I'd use RX. अब ये notation तो इससे पहले कभी use ही नहीं हुआ. These are just the notation. We may modify notation. This is just for our reference, okay? Because we are knowing when we are dealing with the Candel-Stau correlation in the formula, I'm just in need of CD. That's all. What is C? C is number of concordance pair, D number of discordant pair. So whether I'm using this notation RX, RY, so we are good with that. That is just for our reference. It's okay. Okay. Now once we had provided the ranking for X column, we need to allot a rank for the Y column also. Second midsem examination. Now what should be the labeling of that? RY. Let me label as a RY. Yes. R में. Once we had followed the ascending order in the first data X, for the midsem 1 marks, I had followed the ascending order. Now I cannot change. अब मैं descending order नहीं कर सकता. Is it? Now, once again, I will follow the ascending order for the second question, second data. सबसे छोटी value identify कीजिए मोहम्मद, which is the least value in the D column. Sorry?
1.
D column, sorry, Y column में कहाँ पे 1 है? कहाँ पे 1 है?
4.
Yes, the least value in the column of Y is 4, so I will allot 1 over there. Then 5, 2, 6 will be third rank, 8 will be fourth rank, 10 से पहले 9th आएगा, so this will be 5th and this will be 6th. Is it? What is this? These are the ranking. अगले क्वेश्चन में, in the previous question we were having this, हमको ये डेटा दिया हुआ था. Now in this question, instead of providing the ranking, we are having marks. Is it? So take care. This is the difference between both that question earlier one and this one. Now, once we are having a ranking, can we move for the concordance pair and discordant pairs? Once again, my question towards all of you: क्या अब हम concordance pairs, discordant pairs की बात कर सकते हैं? हाँ या ना? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Who is saying yes? Party is saying yes. Srinarayan saying yes. निकिता दरेडी बोल रही है हाँ कर सकते, पर मैं बोलूंगा नहीं कर सकते. They cannot. Because before going for Pema, pay attention over here. Hear your question. Here your doubt will be there. Before going for the concordance and discordant pairs, one of the ranking must be in the ascending order. One of the ranking must be in the ascending order. Observe here, ranking X is having a sequence 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, and 6. It is not in ascending or descending order. Even in the second ranking, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to this, it is fine. 6 and 5. It is not in the ascending or descending order. Observe here the sequence is disturbed. Okay, so one of them must be in ascending or descending order. From the starting, we are following ascending order. So once again, we will stick with the ascending order. So what I will be doing before identifying as concordant pairs or discordant pairs, I will be rearranging, I will be rearranging this particular, just give me one second. Insert column to the right. Yes, correct. Insert column to the right. Good. Before going for concordance and discordant pairs, our ranking must be arranged. How? Now, for that, I'm using new notation. CRX, that is CRX. For that मैंने क्यों ये यूज किया, comparatively rank उसके लिए यूज किया हुआ है. CRY, comparative rank of Y. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm just doing a simple thing. I will be just focusing on X. I'll be just focusing on rank of X. इसी के ऊपर focus रहेगा मेरा. देखिए. Now I'm gonna rearrange them in the ascending order. So सबसे छोटी value कौन है? 1. But I cannot just write 1 over there. The respective rank of second midterm examination. These are the ranking. Observe this 1 and 3. This 1 and 3 are the ranking for the candidate C for both the midterm examination. Okay. Now I cannot just change this one. I need to change this pair. So what I will be doing, I'll be writing that particular over here 1, 3. So yeah, and what I'm doing, I'm rearranging this sequence in the ascending order because we are following the ascending order since starting. Or I'm focusing in just RX. This RX के ऊपर मैं focus कर रहा हूँ, ये भी बात ध्यान रखें. So I'm done with 1. Let me change its color. That will be helpful. Good. Now, after 1, 2. So 2, I'll be picking both that values over here, and I'll write it down over here. Control V. Good. So ये भी हो चुका है. Let me change the color. Now after 2, 3, I'll be using both that values over there. After 3, sorry, we must have 4. Yes, 4. So I will be choosing both that over here. And after 5, which is 5, 6, it will be as it is over there. And then 6, 5, Control C, Control V. Now observe. Now we are not concerned about these values. इसका कोई काम नहीं है. Look. Yes. I'm not concerned about this. I'll be just dealing with this data. This is what I'm in need to decide concordance pairs and discordant pairs. Am I clear? Might be some of the issues, some of the queries will be there in your mind. So I'm waiting for that queries. Please feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask. If there is any query, please let me know. Pema, clear? Good. One more thing, Pema. Observe here. I had arranged what I had done in the column of X, in the rank of X. I had provided the ascending order, but it will be totally okay if you are giving ascending order in the ranking of y. अगर यहाँ पे आप ascending order दे रहे, if you are allotting ascending order in the column of y, then it will be totally fine. Our answer will not differ. Our answer will not differ. Good, 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 good. Now, after this much exercise to decide whether uh, uh, how many of them are ascending and descending, how many of them are concordance pairs and discordant pairs, I will be just dealing with this bold values. इसी के ऊपर फोकस रहेगा. Let me इसका थोड़ी size बढ़ा देता हूँ. Yes, that will be good for you. Let me rearrange all of them. Now we are good to decide number of concordance pairs and discordant pairs. Now, to decide the concordance and discordant pairs, I will be just focusing on this column only. This column only. और कोई column के साथ कोई काम है ही नहीं अब. We are not worried about any of the other column. Any of the other column. We will be just focusing on this only. Okay. Let me color them. That will not help. Let me make it yellow. Yes, good. So just focus on this. The number of concordant pairs. To identify the number of concordant pairs for the candidate A, I'll be looking downwards. Let me pick my pen once again. To identify pen, I need to start the slideshow. Now I'm good with that. To identify the number of concordant pairs, I'll be looking downwards to 3, and I'll be finding how many of them are greater than 3. How many of them are greater than 3? So can you give me number of concordant pairs for 3? How many of them are greater than 3? 3 से बड़ी वैल्यू कितनी है? चलिए बताइए जल्दी से. Mohammed, are you there?
Sir, 3.
Good. Meghna, are you there? Meghna, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, how many of them will act as a discordant pair for this 3?
Sir, 2.
2. And वो दो कौन सी है बेटा बताओ?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Both these are the rank which are less than 3. So 2 will be there. Yes, Meghna, be with me. चलिए अब 1
Yes.
के लिए बताइए बेटा. For 1, for this particular weight. Yes, for this
Sir,
particular
4.
number of concordant pairs, यानी कि
Sir,
1 से
4.
बड़ी, 1 2 3 4 सभी 1 से बड़ी होगी. So it will be 4. Discordant कोई नहीं होगी. 0. Good. 4 के लिए बताओ बेटा.
Sir, 2.
5 6 both will act as a concordant. 2 discordant कितनी होगी बेटा? 1. That is 2.
Yes.
Is it? Now for this 2, the number
Sir,
of
2.
concordant pairs 2, discordant pairs will be 0. For the 6, number of concordant pairs कोई बड़ी नहीं है. 0. Discordant कितनी होगी?
1.
Good. And we'll stick up our calculation up to second last for entry only. क्योंकि last के लिए that is meaningless. Now to identify C, can you give me the value of C and D, Mohammed? What will the value of C?
Sir, 11.
Good. And what will be the value of D?
4.
4. So once we are having the number of concordance and discordant pairs, we can easily go for the Candel-Stau correlation. Candel-Stau, it is labeled as tau, and the formula is nothing but C minus D divided by C plus D. And what is the value of C? C is 11, D is 4, so 11 minus 4 divided by 11 plus 4, and the value will be 7 by 15. What is the value of 7 by 15? कोई बताएगा मुझे 7 by 15 क्या आएगा? 7 by 15, approximately half.
0.47.
0.47. The value will be 0.47. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Now we are supposed to drop a message on the chat box. बताइए कितनों को समझ में आ रहा है? How many of you are getting this thing properly? How many of you are getting this thing properly? Let me
Yes,
know.
sir.
Good. One more thing I would like to clear over here. Throughout the session, we had followed the ascending order. Is it? Now, if you're gonna follow the descending order, then both of these entries will be changed. ये दो entry change हो जाएगी. If I'm gonna follow the descending sequence, तो ये दो change होगी. If both these are changed, then rest of all the data will be changed. तो वो कैसे होगा? चलिए जल्दी से एक बार वो भी देख ले कि अगर मैं असेंडिंग की जगह पे डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर फॉलो करता तो भी क्या आंसर 0.47 ही आता? हाँ वही आता. दिखाता हूं, चलिए मैं आपको. फॉर दैट कोई एक बंदा टेक ए स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस. अरे यार ये यस, टेक ए स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस प्लीज. वन ऑफ यू प्लीज, एंड एक्नॉलेज ओवर द चैट बॉक्स. यस सर, मैंने ले लिया स्क्रीनशॉट. वन ऑफ यू take the screenshot of this particular, because we will be need to compare our answers, because I'm going to change the order of ranking. पहले ascending कर रहे थे, अब हम descending करेंगे, फिर भी आंसर ये आएगा 0.47. स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया किसी ने? डन. गुड. now discard, and I need to delete these entries. Good. Now instead of dealing with the ascending order, let's deal with the descending order. Then x सबसे बड़ा है, that will be 1. This will act as a 2. उससे छोटा 7 will have the rank value 3. 7 के बाद 5, that will have the value rank 4. 5 after 5, 2 will have the value rank 5, and 1 will have the rank 6. Is it? Good. After that, y. For the y, once again, we will be following the descending order. So 10, the maximum value will be 10 is 1, so is 10. So the rank of 10 will be 1, 2, 8 के लिए third rank, 4th, 5th, and 4 will have the least rank, that is 6. Are we good? Now we need to rearrange them. Now ये rearrange भी आप कोई भी order में कर सकते हैं, ascending, descending. Let me stick with that. 1, 2 will be here. Control V. It will not make any difference. It will not make any sense. Instead of writing 1 and 2 over here, मैं उसको down लिखूंगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Then after 2, 1, Control C, Control V. If I'm gonna paste this similar kind of situation, if I'm gonna rearrange all of them and the descending order once again, then after 2, 3, and 5, that will be there. 3, 5, quickly 3, 5. Then after 4, 3, this 4, 3. You just need to take care that you cannot pick a single entry from one of the rank. We need to pick both the rankings. We are dealing with the comparative ranks. So you cannot just pick a single set of entry. This will be the arranged rank. Now, let's try to identify the concurrent pairs and discordant pairs for this particular data. Hopefully we had not committed any of the mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. यहाँ पे मैंने गलती की, एक 6 वाला कहाँ था? Why I had allocated the 6 over there? It should be 6, is it? Good. And 6 should be that. Hopefully I had not committed any of the mistake. Yes or no? Or had I committed a mistake? Might be I had committed one of the mistake. Where was the mistake? This is the let's cross verify once again. 10, then after 8, then after 7, then after 5, then after 2, then after 1. Good. In the rank of 5, the biggest entry is 10, then after 9, then after 8, third, 8 के बाद 6, there should be 4. Was it now? There should be 4. Become 5, and this will be last 4. So 6 के साथ 4 आना चाहिए. This should be 4. But now we are good. Hopefully. Good. So now let's try to identify the concurrent pairs and discordant pairs. We had already arranged this particular data, the similar data, in the descending order now. Now for the concordance and discordant pairs, we are just, as I said, that we will be just focusing on this particular column. So let me bold that values, yes, and let's try to identify how many of them are concordance for 2. 2 के लिए concordance कितने हैं? चलिए 2 के लिए concordance, चलिए कोई एक बंदा जल्दी से unmute yourself, be with me. One of you, let me pick a person randomly. Yash Gamara. Yes. Unmute yourself and be with me. Yes, are you there?
Yes, sir. What?
Achal, yes, jaldi. Concordant pass, jaldi. We are having just 2-3 minutes. Jaldi.
Okay, sir.
Concordant pass for 2. कितनी वैल्यू है जो 2 से बड़ी है?
4, 5, 6. 3 values.
5, 3, 6 and 4. 4 values ne beta. Why 3?
Okay.
And number
I
of
was checking
discordant pair
in
will
row.
be 1.
Sorry.
Okay, for 1, all of them will be
For
greater than 1.
4,
1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4.
5.
4.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Why
Sir,
5 beta? 4 na only.
अच्छा हाँ.
Is it?
ऊपर वाला लेना था. Sorry.
ऊपर नहीं लेना है. We will be just dealing with the. We will be. Let me start my slide so it will make you comfortable. While we are counting the concordant pairs for 1, then I'll be just looking downwards than 1, and I'll be interested to identify how many of them are greater than 1. So 5, 3, 6, 4, all of them are greater than 1. So 4 will be here. How many of them are less than 1? कोई भी नहीं है. So 0 should be here. Now when
0.
I'm trying to find 5, चल तू बता 5 के लिए क्या आएगा? कितनी वैल्यू?
5
से बड़ी है?
5 के लिए only 1.
1 is concordant pairs and 2 is discordant pairs. Is it? Now for 3.
For 3, 2. And
for 6, 0, 1.
0, 1.
4 के लिए नहीं करेंगे.
0, 0.
We are good with this. Is it?
अच्छा नहीं.
Are we good?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. यहाँ पे तो 4. I think we had committed one of the mistake over there. 4, 4. No, we are good. So 4, 4, 8, 8, 1, 9, 9, 2, 11. So this total will be 11. The total will be labeled as C. And this total will be 1 plus 2 plus 1. It will be 4. So the value of C is 4, D is 4, C is 11, and D is 4. Kendall star will have the same formula, that is C minus D divided by C plus D. अगर आपको याद हो तो पहले भी वैल्यू यही आई थी, 11 minus 4 divided by 11 plus 4. So it will be ditto same. It will be 7 divided by 15, and this will be 0.47 कुछ था. Is it now? So it will not make any difference whether we are dealing in the ascending order or descending order. You may deal with any of the order, ascending or descending, but you just need to take care. Once you have decided to follow the ascending order, then throughout the question you will follow that. Good. So this is the way we can identify the Kendall's tau correlation or Kendall's rank correlation, and these are the two different varieties. Where in one of the question we were having a ranking, and in the second example, instead of having ranking, we were having actual data, actual observations related to some of the marks or some of the figures. But if we are not having a ranking, then first of all we will allot a rank, and we will rearrange that rank, and then we will try to identify concordance and discordant pairs. Okay, so are we good with this? Up to this, यहाँ तक रखेंगे आज. ठीक है? समझ में आ रहा है सभी को?
Sir.
Good. Yes, please.
Sir, I have one little doubt, sir.
One little doubt, one bigger doubt. कोई भी हो बोलना, छोटा हो बड़ा हो, बोल.
सर आपने डिसेंडिंग में अरेंज किया RX और RY. उसके बाद CRX असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में क्यों है सर?
कौन सा? ये?
Yes, sir.
It should be in ascending order. यहाँ पे तो you are following any of the order over here for the ranking.
नहीं, रैंक X and Y हमने डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर चूज किया है. उसके बाद
Yes. That is what I am informing. Whether you are following ascending or descending order to provide the ranking over there in the data of X or Y, when we are looking for the concordance pair, once we are looking for the concordance and discordant pair, we'll be following this pattern only. We'll be arranging them
Okay.
in the ascending order only. If
Okay.
I wish to arrange them in the descending order, then I need to change that formula. वो भी हो सकता है, but in that case, I need to change the formula. So let's stick with that. While we are arranging a ring, while we are rearranging a ring, we will follow the ascending order only. Okay, so it will not create any confusion in your mind. Am I
Okay,
clear?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Clear.
So hopefully we all are good with this. Let me stop the recording first, and then. Okay, where is this? That is. Okay. Before leaving this meeting, all of you are supposed to drop your name with your number